Kandy College as Royal College trudge up the mountain into the Lions' Den for an epic game of rugby. Of course, it is the second leg of the most weighted encounter of the year. The second leg of the Bradby Shield, the 74th of its kind, happening here at the Pally Stadium. The grounds are just packing up as we sit down to talk a little bit about what's going to be happening right here in the center. Well, it's cloudy conditions, as you can see. It's dark and gloomy. It's humid right now. Expectation of rain for sure is on the horizon, as conditions underfoot are also quite muddy and wet. The chairs have been sinking in. The stools have been sinking in. It has been an interesting start to the day for us here from SRC on Channel I. Time to take a look at what the weather's looking like today. Let's take it to you on screen and tell you what the weather is going to hold in store as we start off the second leg of the 74th Bradby Shield. Well, it's cloudy, temperature at 30 Celsius, humidity at 64%, the wind at a slight 2 kilometers per hour. So that's interesting conditions to have underfoot today to play some excellent rugby as Royal College and Trinity College battle it out for glory here in the center. The stats in Colombo were amazing for Royal College, but for Trinity, it's a big turnaround story today. 39-7 were the scores as we ended the first leg just a couple weeks back, and we are looking forward to Trinity bringing the game back. It's home terrain. Things are going to change. And Royal College, how prepared are they to take on the Lions in the Lions' Den? All that is to unveil as we sit down for the 74th Bradby Shield encounter. If you're tuning in from anywhere around the world, we're live on Channel I, and we're also on the web. If you've got the app, you can also listen to us, you can see us, you can talk to us as we go along with the Bradby Shield encounter for the 74th second leg. This is a story from the stands. As you can see right now, we have the teams warming up. We have the crowds getting packed in. The Bradby Shield right in the center in front of the grandstand. All that is lined up as we prepare to give you an epic game of rugby. Well, Royal College right now in Group A that they play in the league, they're topping, and also Trinity College a lot to gain. Let's take a look at the highlights from the first leg. Let's throw you back to the pictures from Colombo and talk you through. There we go, we have the teams coming out. The 74th Bradby Shield encounter. With my head. There we go. Well, those are the pictures that you see from the first leg.
There we go.
Amazing pictures coming through from the center.
Every opportunity.
Royal College aggressive from the start to end. And Trinity not really holding on to that attack in Colombo. Things can change. Things can change. We're on Rupavani today. We're coming to you on the first channel. We're coming to you on Channel 1 on Rupavani today. So if you are tuning in from anywhere around the world, it's www.rupavani.lk. We're streaming live. We're going to bring you the pictures. This is what happened in Colombo. Roy going over the try line over and over again, and at full time the score is stacking up to 39-7. Trinity, the solitary try that was scored almost at the end of the game in the second half. And that's a wrap of the first leg, and we're here as we sit down for the second leg of the Bradby Shield, the 74th encounter. 39-7, the scores are being brought into Kandy and battle it out here at the Pally Stadium. I have right next to me a very proud principal of Trinity College, Mr. Andrew Fowler-Watt, who we're going to talk to. A very good evening and a warm welcome.
Thank you very much.
Well, sir, if you could tell us a little bit about what you're expecting from the second leg here. It's the Lions' Den after all.
I'm hoping for a great performance from Trinity. I'm hoping for a performance that's full of heart, full of fight. In a sense, they've got little to lose and everything to play for. And I'm confident that they will put their best foot forward and really do well today. Whether that will be enough, who knows? It's a very, very good Royal side.
Well, let me take you back to a little bit of a different story altogether. Let's talk a little bit about the spirit of the game and why we play the Bradby Shield and how important is it for every Royalist, every Trinitian to be in the centre, be around the atmosphere and also enjoy some rugby.
Well, I mean, it's an extraordinary event, the Bradby Shield, and it has been for many, many years. And I think we must make sure that remains. The worry I have a little bit is that we're losing the fun of the game. We're losing the enjoyment of rugby for this win at all costs ethic. And it's not so much the Bradby Shield. This is all games in the rugby league. And I think that's sad because these are schoolboys, and I think often people forget that these are children who are playing their hearts out. People are very quick to criticise when actually these are kids doing their very best. And I'd like to get back to that if I can.
Well, that's absolutely fantastic news to hear, because I believe personally as well that the spirit of the game is most important, and you need to play it in the true spirit of it and also the enjoyment that comes along with it.
Absolutely. Of course you play to win, and competition is really important, but you don't want to win at any cost. I'd rather, I think, lose a really good game playing well than win a game playing the wrong way and badly.
Well, let's talk about the game today. We're coming in 39-7. You said Trinity's going to play their hearts out. What has been the prep like? What has been the condition of the boys mentally to be prepared to play today?
I think the boys, I saw them this morning, spoke to them this morning, they're really up for the game, and I've been impressed by the coaching staff, the old boys, the support of the old boys in scrummage, and of course the head coach, and the boys themselves. They could have lost heart after that first leg because it didn't go well, and they were outclassed by an outstanding performance by a good team. But the team I saw today were really up for it, and I think that they will be on song today. I hope so. I'm a little bit worried about this weather because it's about to start raining very hard, and I don't like the look of that.
Tell us, we just trudged into Kandy just a couple hours ago. You've been here for a long time now. How has the weather been for the last couple of days? Do you expect it to get muddy and tricky underfoot?
Yeah, I'm no meteorologist, but certainly we had the Bradby Golf yesterday, the Trinity Royal Golf Tournament, which is a wonderful annual event at Digginer just up the road. We could only play 9 holes because then the thunder, the lightning and the rain came along. So I hope that the same thing doesn't happen today. I want to get started as soon as possible now and get as much as we can. The pitch is in great shape though, so I think it'll take quite a bit of rain before it affects it too much.
Well, thank you very much, sir. It's been a pleasure having you on air, and I believe we'll be seeing a big game of rugby in the centre. All the very best to Trinity College as well as we set off for the second leg.
Thank you very much indeed. It's lovely to be here.
All right, so expectations are running high. The boys have definitely been in prep for Trinity College. Royal is going to bring their best game forward as well, because it's everything to gain, and for Trinity there is nothing at all to lose. Let's take a look. Royal College was trudging up the hills on the Bradby Express in the morning. They chugged up, and we have Uvin, who was on the train with the folks as they came up to Kandy. Let's throw you across to him and take a few pictures of what we did in the morning.
All right, it's Bradby Day, and I'm at a train station of all places. I'm at the 4th station with the Royals cheering squad, consisting of all boys and school kids of all ages. They're headed to Kandy to cheer their school on for the match against Trinity. It's Bradby.
Bradby Express leaving Colombo. It's a very interesting one. I think I was lucky enough to be part of the Express a couple of years.
Good morning to you. Good morning. All right. What's your feelings about this game?
I'm sorry?
How confident are you feeling about this game?
Mate, we are going to win this game. But we are going to play against the brothers of Trinity. So we're going to go and see what's the match. Yeah, we expect a good competition, but I'm sure that we're going to win though.
All right, those are the feelings, and let's take a look.
And the Glen on the train with the win. one of the most engaging batches of Royal College, I'm sure, the group of 91. Every time I get on the train to do the shoot, that's one compartment you could never leave. Now there you go. We have more pictures from the train. It's an interesting ride. I think it's one of the most beautiful scenic routes in the country to travel ever. And that's what the Bradby Express promises to every single person, young and old, young at heart for sure, if you're making it for the 74th in Kandy. It's amazing stuff. I must say, it's one of the best journeys to make to the hills for a game of rugby.
Group of 87. All right, Shemal. What's your experience been on this tailgate?
Actually, this is the fourth time that we are traveling on Bradby Express, and everybody, we bought this compartment, full compartment, and everybody enjoyed thoroughly. And we are going to win the match this time, and definitely it should be a record. Should be a record.
Yay! Yeah, Royals are very confident about this.
This is the fun and frolic that happens on the train. There's absolutely a lot of fun that goes on in there. It's the music, it's the public, it's the atmosphere, it's the scenic beauty. It is all of that. And also, most importantly, the excitement of the 74th Bradby. All right, the train arrived in Kandy just a couple hours ago. Everybody from the train is right now inside the grounds along with us. And we also have some pitter-patter falling on the ground. And the crowds are going to have a tough one concerns the weather. Welcome back. If you're tuning in just now, we're live on Rupavaini today, the Leering Sport on Rupavaini, as we bring you the second leg of the 74th Bradby Shield encounter here from the Balikalle Stadium. And with the rain coming down slightly, we can slightly feel the pitter-patter on our skin. And I have a very important person who's been supporting Sri Lanka rugby and schools rugby for years and years and years. And that's the brand name behind the story, Singer Sri Lanka PLC. I have with me Mr. Kumar Samarasinga, Marketing Director for Singer Sri Lanka PLC, seated right next to me. Let me ask you, Mr. Samarasinga, first, good evening and a warm welcome.
Good evening.
Before we get into anything else, how was the excitement of the first leg?
Oh my gosh, I think we should be happy about it. I think after some time, I have seen some perfect game of rugby in Colombo. I think both schools played very well, especially Royal did, I think, the wonderful game. And they did it and they deserved that kind of win. But I'm sure not only the players, even the crowd and everybody well behaved. As a sponsor, this is what we are looking for. Because end of the day, I think it's for the players, all boys, second boys and everybody to the fraternity. And the first leg, I think example for everybody and every way, I think it was a very good game.
For you and for Singer, being part of this tournament, being part of the Schools League for so long, what does it bring in as a brand? People would actually think about, why would Singer want to do it? But what do you really want to achieve for the brand?
Well, I think sponsoring school level of rugby or cricket or anything, it is not only the brand building, it is our responsibility for the society. And of course, sponsoring Bradby for the 31st year. I think we are Singer. I think we are so proud about it, sponsoring this wonderful game. And of course, it's not also brand building or commercial exercise. I think as a commercial organization, we should support this kind of games, this kind of events in the country. I think once we promote this, and the game of rugby or cricket or whatever the sport, school level, I think we develop good citizens in every way. As Singer, I think we are happy to do so. It is not, we are looking for the commercial benefit. Of course, we are a commercial organization, but it's much more than that.
Well, that is a beautiful message for any organization to have, and I believe that is your corporate social responsibility in its truest form, being portrayed to the country, supporting the youngsters, the youth, the tomorrow of Sri Lanka, and that is amazing stuff from Singer. And thank you very much, Mr. Samarasinga, for doing this year on year on year, because this is no easy feat, I'm sure.
I think I must thank you all also, and finally I wish both teams
for a fantastic game today too, because I'm sure all the spectators are waiting for it. Thank you very much for it.
Thank you, Mr. Samasingha. Been a pleasure having you on air. And we hope for a good game of rugby. We're going to run in. We're going to run you through to the commentary box because the rain's coming down and we can't stay outside really. We're going to catch you inside. Sean and I will be joining Mr. Chango, who is seated right now. We'll throw you over to him. Let's talk from inside.
Thank you. Good evening. As you come across over here to the live commentaries, you had the marketing director and also the principal of Trinity College, and we are here waiting for the school anthem to be played, the teams to walk onto the field. As I say, welcome and a good evening for the 74th Bradby Shield second leg 2018. As you see, two teams, Royal of course firmly with their hands on the Bradby with the 39 points to 7 in the first leg. Very victorious, well drilled, well played game by Royal and Trinity. Trinity team, of course, they have nothing to lose, as the principal mentioned, and they have all to play for and win the game, win the second leg, try and get closer to the target. And I'm sure Coach Lotte would have gone through the drills and seen the video and done the homework. As we see the two teams lined up, waiting for the school anthems to be played as a tradition as usual before the Bradby. As you see the Trinity coach Lotte Rakabula taking his place, and yeah, we are seeing a slight drizzle. It's quite dark. I'm sure everybody will enjoy the Kandy rain this evening. Yeah, the chief guest this evening is Ravi Bandaranaike, 1981 skipper, the Bradby winners. And I had the privilege and pleasure of playing along with Ravi, for the brilliant player, but we lost him.
After his leadership, the team became the Bradby Shield after a lapse of 2 years. He was awarded the coveted Trinity Lion along with 5 other members of his team. He was also awarded the inaugural Observer Minor Trophy after being adjudged the most popular school's rugby team that season. He went on to represent both the upcountry and double A rugby teams, both of which he eventually captained. After leaving college, he commenced his career in 1982 as a training planter and has been in the industry for nearly 4 decades since. He is currently the head of human resources of both Agrawat Plantation PLC.
Yeah, as you see the pedigree, as you say, of the chief guest of the 1981, the Trinity skipper. As you see the dignitaries, the special invitees, the principal of Royal College, the principal of Trinity College, all lined up and all the umbrellas up, because we're experiencing a drizzle here. Hopefully that will keep only to a drizzle and will not come down heavily. We might not see much of open rugby, although we all love this weather after a hot, humid day. As I'm joined by the experts, Chandrashan Ferra and Inura, at the commentator's box.
School where our fathers learned the way before us, learned of books and learned of men. Through thee will do the same. True to our watchword, this day, we will learn of books and men and learn to play the game. Within the shade our fathers trod, the path that leads to man's estate. They have repaid the debt they owed. They kept thy fame inviolate. School where our fathers learnt the way before us, learnt of books and learnt of men, through thee will do the same. True to our watchword, Discay out, Discay day, we will learn of books and men, and learn to play the game. And we, the loyal sons, now bear the torch with hearts as sound as oak. Our lusty throats now raise a cheer for Hartley, Harvard, Marsh, and Book. School where our fathers learnt the way before us, learnt of books and learnt of men, through thee will do the same. True to our watchword, Discay out, Discay day, we will learn of books and men, and learn to play the game.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the school song of Trinity College, Kandy.
Before we took the stream, so long we missed the sight of her. Our hearts may not forget. We've lost the old delight of her. We keep her honor yet. We will honor yet the school we knew, the best school of all. We will honor yet the working days, holidays, and glad of and early days, never great days and jolly days at the best school of all.
Shano, the anthem's been done, Shano. The weather is just getting strong and stronger. We see a lot of rain here at Pallekele.
Absolutely, Chango. Good evening, Sri Lanka. Here we are today at Pallekele Stadium, and my goodness, right on cue. The rain has turned on us. It's absolutely everything bucketing down. It's going to be a really difficult start. Having said all that, I rather think, Trinity is definitely the underdog today, but everything to play for. Nothing to say Trinity can't come out and really play their hearts out and show what they're made of. Today is the day for Trinity, because given the weather, things might actually turn in their favor.
Yeah, absolutely. As we wait for the team card of Royal College.
All right, Hindura, Himanta and Sasta in the first row, the front row for Royal College. And there's the lineup to start things off with. And in the second row we have Badil and Radesh, number 4 and 5, the second row for Royal College. And in the back row we have Ivam, Rasit and Malisha. And Nikhil and Lehan making half-back positions for Royal College today to start things off. And once again in the starting lineup, Sabit and Tulev, the skipper over there in the centers. And the back three, Janindu, Dulan and Yasis. Well, that's the lineup for Royal College today. Let's take a look at what Trinity has in store. And there you go. Chief guest greeting the teams.
And that's Ravi Bandaranaike, 1981 skipper, the successful skipper of Trinity, having won the Bradby. I had the pleasure of playing alongside him the previous year.
And we lost he's such a brilliant player. We lost him because he took up for planting, and otherwise he would have certainly played for some club level, but he went to captain the Dibula club. As we see the Trinity team, Pravinder, Niranjan and Nadi in the front row.
And making up the second row for Trinity College, we have Yomal and Meghan. And in the back row, we have Mohammed, Dulanjit and Lennox, the switch teams of this year's Bradby. And making the halfbacks, Amit and Avishka of the Trinity College today, as we also take a look at the centres in number 11 and 12, Vishwa and Mohammed. And the back three with Warren, Rehan, Rashan and Danidu. For Trinity College, the lineup is the starting lineup as we pick out the second leg of the 74th Bradby Shield. Look at the rain. Just take a look at that. That's absolutely horrible conditions, Jano.
Well, my goodness, what can you say? The practice under perfect conditions, and today suddenly, on cue almost at the start of the game, he's going to be bucketing it down, and the conditions on the foot will change very quickly. Having said that, it'll be right up there for Royal College to do what they do best. But I'm really going to say this right up front, that I think Trinity should really have a go at playing their hearts out today. Show us what they're made of. Play with spirit, play with heart. Ruan Fernando goes in charge of the whistle. I think it'll be a very tough game for him, all things considered, especially with the weather. So here we go. It's the start of the second leg and the final leg of the Bradby. Everything looks in favour for Royal College, but I think Trinity, let's see how we go.
All right, time for kickoff. Second leg, Bradby Shield encounter. The 74th of its kind from Pallekele from the Lions Den. Roy coming into the lead, but Trinity, the conditions, would they favour Trinity, Chango?
Well, I don't know about the condition favouring Trinity, because Trinity needs to get their line of defence and they act together, and they will definitely lead the strength of the Kandu to get the Lions to the Tuskers, to stop the Tuskers around. They need that, and I think the spectators need it too. With the pouring down rain, as Trinity has possession.
Well, the conditions are even out in that sense. It's a wet ball for both teams. They're going to have to adapt very quickly. The team that adapts quickly to the wet ball is going to be the one that goes forward. Trinity attacking quite well, keeping possession, phase play, good to see. Beautiful shot, nice tackle, all good rugby so far, Changa.
Yeah, good tackle. They're coming in, and numbers Trinity going wide, wet ball, and then making that cardinal error by slipping that ball across. But they must keep the ball close to each other rather than trying to go out now with the wet condition.
Having said that, it was a dreadful pass as well. Just put a real hospital pass early in the morning for the winger. But the line's got to close up as well. They can't be as far as they normally line up. So adapting to the conditions absolutely vital. Thank you for joining us here on Rupavahini. If you're joining us around the world, fabulous indeed. www.rupavahini.lk is the streaming site. So call up, SMS, text, WhatsApp all your friends around the world. Tell them that the Bradby is on live, and all the Sri Lankans can get together and cheer and see a wet Pallekele unfolding. First scrum, very important. Number 8 break. Nicely collared in that sense by the scrum half. Did his job, just hung on to him. Here's the ball for Royal. Oh dear, there's the story. It's going to be that all the way through. You're going to have to be a little bit more conscientious with the ball. The Royal scrum half just took his eyes off that ball very briefly, and the result is scrum. The weather will make a mockery of skills, of course. It really comes down to a little bit of focus and concentration. And like I said, Changa, they need to line up closer and play a lot flatter, perhaps. This weather, hopefully the weather might change. The rain might the clouds might pass over. We might have a good day all told.
Yeah, at the moment we are seeing some light, daylight. I'm hopefully that it will be a passing cloud. That's not a siren. There is no fire.
That is not a siren at all. That's a new whistle that's come into play. They could rival the referees in the centre. Trinity once again back in possession with the ball. A little bit of sunshine walking through the park. Trinity taking those passes, driving in, taking the hits. Well, Changa, what's Trinity's strategy going to look like today? Is this what they're going to be doing throughout the game?
Well, what they should do is keep position between. That's the key factor, and to rotate position, and then to see that they go the yards, and then of course with all the pressure they must convert that into points. And right now I think there's a turnover by Royal. Or has Trinity got possession still?
I think Royal College has got possession now. The ball's out. I think they go for a kick. They opt to put the distance behind that one. Ball still in play. Picked up. The Royals effectively brought play back into Trinity half.
For the first time, I think, in this encounter. But Trinity has possession. They're recycling it. Moving down the line.
Nicely done by the three-quarter there. Tackle, pick up, go again, but turnover ball again.
The referee call was coming on the side, diving on the top, diving on the emerging ball, which is not it's illegal, because any ball that is coming emerging from a ruck or a scrummage, the opposing team member cannot dive on it. He had the ability or the liberty of picking the ball up.
That's it. You got to support your weight. So Trinity and Royal testing each other so far. Very quiet start to the Bradby with the rain turning on us, of course. But hopefully that weather will calm down and the clouds will burst through. And we'll see a bit of sunlight. We're keeping our fingers crossed here. First line out.
Certainly, as I said, Trinity needs that Kandu Rata strength to show them and go through that. And definitely 39 points to 7 is a big task. Hopefully the boys will enjoy the game. As we see Royal on the warp-up.
That was a fumble over there on the line out. And Royal College once again gaining possession. Royal's been effectively turning around possession, but not really holding on to the ball for long enough. It's not making it count for them.
I think the wet condition, the wet ball, and quite rightly put the ball up very, very nicely, very effectively. But unfortunately, it has gone fully to touch, and Trinity will have the line out in the Royal Trinity. Trinity has been living so far 6 minutes onto the clock with possession in the Royal half, but they must start looking at converting it to points. Shano?
Well, that's true, Changa. I mean, everybody's said everything about Royal College and what they've done in the first half, the first leg rather, and it's a very well known fact that they are a superior side. Having said all that, Trinity have an opportunity here today to really come out of their skins and play some rugby that they're used to make their fans proud and make a little bit of history for themselves. It really is. If you talk about the lion, you want to see the lion's heart, Changa.
Yeah, absolutely. But then don't forget, we are playing against the Tuskers.
In my mind, I rather think, in the changing room for Lotte Rakabula and his management team, I wouldn't talk about the 39 points. I would just come out and say, go out, boys, play fresh, start again, have a go, enjoy yourselves, play hard, and show us what you're made of.
Absolutely. Let's pick a Finam, as you say, and just go in there and then, as you say, prove themselves, go in there, just forget about the 39, it's just a fresh start, and then go in, and key word that you use, enjoy the game.
Absolutely, absolutely, my goodness. I just want to see, if it was me out there, I'm going to play my heart out, I'm going to show everybody what I'm made of, I want to show the school that we're worth wearing that shirt.
Shano, I have seen that from you many times.
I remember, Tiger, I remember. There we go. Trinity holding on to possession, doing good. They need to get their big boys rolling.
At the moment, Trinity has possession. They've been keeping possession, rolling it. I'm just thinking whether the recycle is a bit too slow at the base. I see the cutout pass inside, a good ankle tap tackle, and Trinity loses possession there, and Royal are very happy to get their hand on the ball. For quite some time, Trinity has been having possession.
Look quite harsh with the tackle there. You saw the ball fly up in the air. Good tackle all told, Have a look at this here again. Whoa.
Beautiful stuff from Royal College there. And The hard part, though, Shano, is that Royal has not been really gaining possession in the first 8 minutes of the game. I think at least about 70% has been with Trinity. And like Changa said just a little while ago, if they don't convert it to points soon enough, Royal might find their footing and things might change all over again.
Exactly, that's what they did last time. They were very patient. They just waited their time till they got possession, got in the right areas, played some territory. That's what they plan to do today, I'm sure. They've got a wonderful platform, but doesn't mean that they've got to be complacent about it. They'll be looking forward to good possession and plenty of running ball. Despite the conditions, they would have had a plan set. They might have to change a little bit because of the rain. But Trinity really have, everything to look forward to. And what they can do today is try and surprise Royal in the middle.
Well, Royal seeming to be yet in possession of the ball. Referee's brought back play.
Lots of broken play, of course. The wet ball is going to cause issues.
I don't have an earpiece.
Referee Fernando having a word with the assistant referee.
And also he had a word with the Trinity number 9, Kulatunga, the halfback, Amit Kulatunga, making a start.
Okay, so the referees are having a discussion about what they want to do. Ron's going to call somebody up.
Fernando is having had a chat with Veranga. We got some. We got, as rugby progress, we got some happy news that
hands gone in the pocket. No, it hasn't. Just a warning.
So it's a reverse penalty to, or is it still Royal will have the penalty? But still touch. I think the wet condition, the ball slicing through. The issue here is both teams have to just forget about the 39. That's how do you like that? Trinity got to forget about the 39, and Royal must forget about the 39 and not sit on it. And Trinity must not think about 39 that it's impossible. It's very funny, isn't it? The 39.
It's psychologically very interesting. Mentally, you need to be able to handle all of that and not consider the 39 points or the first leg. Given the way Trinity played in that first leg, they need to consider this leg and play as well as they can.
So in other words, Sean, what you're saying is two different legs?
Well, absolutely. I would approach it that way. I'm not sure that the Trinity management have thought about it. I hope they did. Same for Royal College.
The weather is very clear now, and hopefully we can see that. I see Royal making a break in the center. Good tackle made by Trinity. They still have possession. Nickel.
Royal finding their legs once again. Are they tapping into the second half now? In possession, they're driving forward. Kicked up in the air, and that's a knock on. Is that a knock forward from Trinity College?
Very much so. Just took his classic knock forward there from the fullback. Took his eyes off the ball, looked at the opposition coming up.
Absolutely wrong moment of time to do that. Because this is going to be a confidence booster for Royal.
Cardinal sin there from the fullback, really. All he had to do was secure the ball. He was underneath it. He didn't have to move anywhere. Just had to hold on to it. Just took his eyes off for 1 sec. That's what you get.
Well, it's Royal ball now. And balls with the pack. This is what Royal does best, closer to a line. Keep it within the pack. Will they do that today? With wet conditions, I believe that might be the right way to go about it as well.
Absolutely, Royal will just play into their hands now. Here's position for them. They're going to try and slow it down and run at the Trinity line today for the first time. It's the second time they're coming to Trinity half. So opportunity, and Royal will make them pay.
There you go. Royal still driving the hits, keeping the pressure on the Trinity line.
Good rush defense from Trinity College.
Great defense so far from Trinity, holding back the Royal pack. The quick tap taken. Royal College once again on the attack.
Not 10 meters as well. Referee got his hand up, so he's playing advantage. This is where Royal like to play their rugby.
Exactly what Royal College would want to do today. And they're doing it now. They're in the Trinity half. They're close to the try line. So close.
That's it. Royal running their big men towards that line now. Just a matter of time. Oh!
What? Oh my goodness. That was almost an interception for Trinity.
That really was. Would have been a marvelous interception had it been there, because he was running free. He had the whole ground ahead of him. And just the line staring at him.
Royal very, very, very lucky there that there was a fumble in the ball. Probably because of the wet conditions. Royal now driving once again, driving hard. They want to put the big boys on the Trinity line now.
That's it. The Boiler House boys grinding away, soaking up the pressure. Trinity will try as much as possible, and eventually Royal will break through that defense. That's what they did in Colombo. This is what they do with supreme efficiency.
I think on the interception, coming back to the interception, referee Rohan Fernando had his hand out playing advantage to Royal, so he may have spotted the offside there. As we see him again, once again, he has spotted the offside, but Royal forwards are doing their job, what they're used to. Keep drilling it, picking it up, going forward, every inch getting closer to the goal line, a few inches away from the goal line. And this is where Royal is very dangerous. This is what Trinity didn't make use of. And there's another plan out, I think. He's going for a penalty there, yes. Yep, he's having a chat with the Trinity player.
Yes, I think so. He just called play to a hold. Let's see. Going to number 1.
You see the difference of the two sides. When Trinity had possession, they were not so effective as Royal, because Royal, when they are on the move, the attack, they really get the yards in, they really suck the players in, and they really mean business. But Trinity, on the other hand, I think they are a bit too slow to recycle.
Royal is very cohesive with their forward play, and the movement is excellent. Trinity, on the other hand, it plays in ones and twos, so referee Fernando's decided it's a penalty.
I believe that's a shout out to the TMO. That was Royal College over the try line. It's try time. The first try of the second leg of the Bradby Shield encounter, the 74th here in Kandy. Royal over the line first, in the lands then. Just like Changa was saying, Royal with possession in the Trinity half, driving really, really hard. That's the number 1 for Royal College. And that's Indura Bimsara. No, that is Sasit Siat for Royal College. There you go. Straight through. And it's touchdown.
Perfectly done by Sudha, but the tackling was quite woeful.
Royal College adding 5 more to the lead on the points table right now. And converting this will mean that 7 more points go on the board, and the lead will extend to 39 in totality for the Bradby Shield. But if it's a clean slate and you're playing to enjoy this game, Trinity can still turn things around and take the second leg.
Siat scoring that try quite easily. Very poor tackling from Trinity College. Just didn't put the markers on that player. And he got through. Let's have a look at the replay of the try again. Have a look at the replay, Shanghai, if it comes up.
Yeah, because as long as Trinity becomes the butter and allow Royal to be the knife, it's just like a knife going through melted butter. It was so simple, so easy. The cardinal rule in the defense for Trinity was they didn't rush it. They waited for that man mountain to come to us. It's too late because he has gathered momentum. He just comes in. As you see a substitution there, is it? Minus Jayasundar on for Niranjan Vitarna for Trinity. So Trinity has made an early substitution and Royal have made early inroads.
And missed the conversion in the process too, so that was a bit of a surprise, but
Trinity making another change on the field. On for Zaid Faisal and Mohammad Ikram going out. Trinity with the throw in. Oh, a little bit of a fumble once again.
Greasy ball, and it's very difficult for the players. I can imagine how difficult it is. Having said that, it was a terrible
Trinity need
error.
to retain the ball, and they need to be very clear about what they want to do.
It was an error of judgment from the Royal hooker.
Trinity once again in possession. What would they do with this ball this time? Would they convert it to points? Because they need to put points on the board fast and early. Because Royal College already have the psychological advantage of having 5 points on this game and 32 from Colombo.
2-2 in a row. You got to look at the mentality of the players for Trinity College.
Oh, that's great defense.
Static ball is very flat indeed.
Royal once again in possession, turning around that ball. The second leg is shaping up to be a dominant performance so far from Royal College, despite possession being mostly with Trinity.
It's well controlled by the three-quarter for Trinity College, standing up in the tackle. Looked like it was Virakon. Into touch. Good defense, Royal College. Excellent passage of play.
Yes, Shano, the difference is static movement, attack by Trinity College backs and the rushing defense by Royal College. And then it's the other way around. When when Royal attacks, it's a rush attack, but static defense by Trinity. So that's the difference. That's the 32 points or the 42 points on the board.
It all comes down to what you've been practicing, of course, in the time that you were between the two games, the two legs. Royal have done their homework. Trinity have a lot of work to do ahead of them.
Royal now in possession of the ball. Looks like they're going to be working that line. Royal still working it. Out to the corner. The wind is clearly playing a little bit of mishap with the ball for us. The players are going to feel it in the center. Once again into touch.
It's a lot better from Trinity College.
It's already 21 minutes on the clock, and Trinity need to score points fast.
Absolutely, they need to get some points on the board. There's nothing else for their own confidence. All the possession they have had.
"21 minutes and 30 on the clock. Trinity with the throw in on the center line. The game is shaping up so far. An exciting one in the center. If you're tuning in from anywhere in the world, this is star-class rugby played at college level. Trinity College unfortunate once again. Knocks forward. Roy playing advantage. Picking up that ball fast. Driving hard and doing what they want to do. Doing what they know what to do. Once again into space, and that seems like it's going to go into touch.
A little bit too long. Beautiful clattering tackles.
And that's very good distance for Royal College. Proud principal looking on as Royal battle it on here in Kandy. Those are the stands, Royal College spectators. Trinity spectators, all looking very anxious right now. Where the ball is. It just comes out. But clearly the Trinity principal had a little bit of thought of what was happening in the centre.
Bradby Fernando having a good game so far, despite the horrid conditions.
Distinguished guests, the VIP section. As we stop play to attend to I think it's a blood bin. Trinity prop forward is struggling with the hamstring. With the wet conditions, you need to warm up a bit. That's the crowd. Sea of blue and gold all over the place. You turn left, you turn right. All you got to see is blue and gold. Where are the red, gold and blue? As you see it.
Changa, we have one inside the com box. Sure.
We have a red, gold and blue too.
There you go, the ball's out. Trinity in possession. Working down the back. There you go, a little bit of a bomb pass there. Not very, very safe. Royal driving very, very, very hard on those tackles today.
Absolutely. Bang into the same person. You see the rush defense by Royal. That's one which is counting. Trinity need to rush it. Even if he had rushed into the second man who's about to receive the pass, the man with the ball will think twice to come in. Look at that. Look at the earlier frame had the rush defense, and Royal are doing it very well. They organize their defense very well, and they're rushing it to the player, and they're stopping the ball being given to the next supporting player.
Royal College definitely strategically sound today in the middle of the center. And right now, once again, a scrum down. Royal in possession this time. Will Royal now take possession and do what they do, Shanu?
Well, I'll tell you, it's the difference between Trinity and Royal College today, right now, as we speak. The hesitancy with Trinity College, the directness of Royal College. It's obviously grown in so much confidence. You can see the way they play, where they run forward, where they pick up and go. Trinity on their hand, on the other side of that coin, a little hesitant, and are paying the price of that defense.
Up and down the center, that's what Royal's been doing. Driving it strong, hard, putting the big boys behind the ball. Royal College is just playing the rugby that they've always played. They're just enjoying their game.
Absolutely. And that might be the key word here. Enjoy.
Chang has been saying this so many times over. The rush tackle needs to come through. We need to be more up and about it. Royal still retaining possession. Little jab up in the air.
Good mark. If you are Royal College, you do, and you are. You would be enjoying your game right from the word go.
Absolutely. I believe for all Trinitians and Royalists today, it's about coming in for the game. But then at the end of the day, in the center, what happens is also going to be the fun and frolic which spills over. Royal taking the conversion. They're going for the kick. We're not too sure about what the penalty was called in the com box.
We were all looking up at the remark, and it's not a good mark in the end, but
we all got a little carried away with the good mark. We really missed the penalty. So Royal College now in to kick. They couldn't make it the first time when they scored their try. They couldn't really convert the two. But will they get this penalty through? Quite clean. Royal College 3 more points on the points table. The lead goes up to 8-0. Here as they take on the Trinitians in the second leg of the Bradby Shield. So 8 points being added to 32 as 40 points in lead for the Bradby Shield for Royal.
Yeah, Dulan Gunawadana, who's usually, he missed a couple of kicks in the first round. In the first leg, he got it right this time. And the young kid has a very good future. I can see him next year. He can play next year too, and he's very good.
Well, Trinity now under pressure, kicking into the Royal half now. Play starts. Royal kicking back into space. 27:30 on the clock. 8 points of Royal, nothing for Trinity so far. They really need to put those points on the table. They need to get the Trinity points ticking.
Absolutely, and not wait to the last moment to put 7 points on the board like in the first leg. They need to get the thing going. As you see the Royal bench all geared up. They're hoping that they'll get a piece in the center.
Trinity's already taken 2 changes on the field. Royal had done none. And also, Changai, look at it. compared to the previous years, Royal College has been quite strong in the second half of the game this time around.
Yeah, that's right. All the games, if you start with the games, they've been strong in the second half. As you said, the Trinity had done substitution and very early, and Royal had trouble the scorers. But 22 minutes of the game, 29 minutes of the game, 8 points. Royal slowly, gradually is catching the monkey.
Slow and steady, just like the Bradby Express up the hills today. Trinity bench looking quite worried. I'm pretty sure the fans are also quite concerned because it is by no means a small margin to bridge. But we're hoping that they do bring in a little bit more of the energy onto the field and go over the line, because that's when the game will get interesting. That's when the heat will turn up here at the second leg, because Trinity need to score some points real fast.
What is the move? Well, there needs to be something special from the back of the scrum. They have to be a little bit more inventive, a bit more creative. If they're going to play standard rugby, they're going to be in trouble. They need to be a very conscious about what things they do slightly differently.
They've got to start thinking on their feet.
Yes, absolutely. They need to be a little bit clever. So caution to the wind, if anything.
Trinity now in possession, running it down. Nice work so far. Trinity down. There you go. Unfortunate. There's a little bit of shouting from the stands there. Man ran in. Line out. Ball's Royal.
Really better from Trinity College. Nothing was intentional. The referee will just have a word with it. Better. Give the ball.
It didn't look too intentional. It looked more or less. He was just going in that direction. It just so happened that he ran into the man.
Good for referee Fernando to tell the player straight away. You just, be a little bit more sharp.
Looking sharp at the moment. Royal College in the lead. Trinity need to gain the points now. Whoa, that's thrown into space. Right at the back. Real misjudge.
The lineouts haven't been a good story for Royal College. You said that. In the chance now for Trinity College.
Handling of the ball once again, not very sure, and that might be what cost Trinity the game today.
The predictability is very straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah, because the recycling show is very slow at the pace, as you can see, and the passes in the three quarters, they're going nowhere. As I said, it's like a wooden rocking horse going in front and back and in the same spot. As we see one positive run by the Trinity forward. Has he touched down? Yes, he has touched down. The Trinity has scored and got points on the board as Sumanavara is so happy. He's clapping. It's a rare occasion. And again, Trinity closing up the points. Well done.
The game is back on for Trinity College. 5 points on the board. This is the excitement we've been looking for in the second leg. We needed Trinity to go over the line, because this is going to put the heat back on Royal College now. 8-5 on the scores. Trinity over the try line. Still within the first half of the game. Beautiful stuff from the Trinity prop forward. That's Pravinda Vijay Tilaka for Trinity College going over the line. Fantastic stuff from him. Will they convert 2 more? Will they put on 7 points on the board? I believe, Changa, they've got the wind behind them. Trinity is kicking in the direction.
I'm still looking for the win, Inura. Hopefully that will be the wind of victory for Trinity right now, because they got first points on the board, and Captain Sheikh trying to add the 2 points. And I'm sure the guns will come blazing harder from the boys of Reed Avenue.
There you go. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for Trinity. 8-5. The points still remain in the lead. Unhappy spectators. You could see that shake of the head saying, how did that just happen? Very, very unfortunate.
Maybe very unfortunate. Maybe they're pleading for 1 point. Hit the cross, hit the bar, hit the post.
Well, Janga, this is the ground they practice in. That must be absolutely, it might be a bit of a calm down in your head, thinking, just couldn't put it through. It's crucial. It's a skipper. A lot of responsibility on his shoulders.
on. I said as soon as Trinity has put points on the board, Royal are going to come hard at them, and then you allow them to come into your their pit positions, and then for them to recycle and get the forwards going.
Little too many mistakes in handling of the ball from Trinity today. That might be what cost them the game, like I said before. And Royal absolutely aggressive as soon as the points are on the board. I think they're back on it. They really want to widen the gap once again. That's the Copter Camp taking you through the stands. People waving at you. That's what the Copter Camp does to you. You see it, you wave at it. This is the second leg of the Bradby Shield encounter, the 74th. Royal still in the lead, 8-5. Trinity just went over the try line, and Royal now putting the pressure back on Trinity. In the Trinity half, pushing hard.
Royal as usual, they are pick and go. They're picking very effectively, making the yards, going straight, getting the forwards involved. As you see, that's another beautiful pick up by the Royal forwards. They still have position. They're recycling. They're a little bit slow. Nickel De Silva has the three Royal forwards still marching on. So that's another pickup. Look at the support play by the Royal number 4. Fadil Adham.
Royal still in possession, driving hard, keeping the ball in close quarters, not really spreading it too far and wide. Conditions of being wet too might be playing on their minds. Keep it close and within the pack.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're very good at that because they suck the defense in, moving it out, moving it left, moving right. Now they're using the 3 quarters on the shorter side. They're still going, and has he gone over the line? He's fallen short.
Almost through. Royal yet in possession of that ball. So close, inches away from the try line. Referee's taking a look up close. Have they gone through? No, not yet. Yes! And the whistle goes off. Royal College once again over the try line. Second try within the first half. 35 minutes on the clock. And the points go up to 13-5.
Absolutely lovely, brilliant try. The forwards worked hard for it, and ultimately they got it over the line. You could see the Trinity defense not up there, just falling on their knees and waiting for things to happen. Look at that! Look at the defense, and look at the attacking positions of the Royal team. As we see, numbers are on the ground, kneeling, and the try has been scored. As I said, Inuda, just imagine 2 sets of people waiting with their guns, and one side shoots 1 pellet or 1 bullet. You are going to get 10 from the other side. That's exactly what Royal did. Very simple, kept it simple, and got the 5 points on the board.
Wonderful to see. Perfect discipline, good effort, perfect body position as well. And we saw Trinity defense just not there. Something they have to work out very quickly. It does come down to leadership in the middle, and Sheikh will have to just marshal his troops rather quickly. 13-5 is the scoreline today so far. It has been a very predictable Bradby. We had every time Royal get possession. It's simply a case of Royal getting good ball, and when they do that, they grind away, and it's fairly predictable what they do with the ball from then onwards. Trinity for that part, just hesitating a little bit even with his defense, is still not getting up close to the almost perfect conversion. Didn't quite have the legs, have the direction differently. So 13-5 if you're joining us here on this wonderful story up in Palakai. The rain is eased off and the clouds are cleared. So hopefully it's going to be a dry story from now on. And hopefully an opportunity for Trinity to try and get some points on the board as well.
You see the reverse angle of that kick. It's coming through. And we hit half-time here in the centre at the second leg of the 74th Bradby Shield encounter. Royal College 13-5 from Trinity, bringing the lead from Colombo as well. It's going to be an interesting day of rugby as we sit down to enjoy what both teams bring to the table. These are pictures of the stands. There you go. Singer Sri Lanka, thank you very much for being the sponsors of the tournament and the Bradby. And it's 13-5. That's where the half-time break comes in, as the 74th Bradby Shield encounter unveils here in Kandy with the final leg in the Lions' Den. Welcome back. This is the second leg of the Bradby Shield encounter. The second half just about to start in the center. Royal lined up and ready. Trinity to rush out onto the field very soon. We're coming in as Royal College now in the lead, 13 points to 5 in the second half. Trinity really need to up and tackle now, because Royal College is putting the pressure on Trinity in the Lions' Den very, very strongly in that first half. And Royal not really having too much possession in the first bits of the game for about a good 20 minutes, but really when they took it in, they made those points count.
So it's quite straightforward, really. It's been hard work for Trinity College. I'm hoping again in the second half, another 35 minutes, Trinity will come out and play out of their skins again. They just need to just believe a little bit more in themselves, play aggressive, hard, strong rugby. They need to do that. Otherwise, Roy was just going to run away with it and have a really good time.
Trinity is back on the field, and Royal College now to go for the second half of the second leg of the Bradby Shield encounter. We're here, live pictures coming to you on Rupavarni today at www.rupavarni.lk from everywhere around the world, as Royal now in the lead clearly for the Bradby Shield. 13-5 on the scores. Royal with the kickoff. Here we start. Second leg, second half. This final 35 minutes of the game.
Referee Ron Fernando, his long whistle, and a kick deep into Trinity territory. This time fielded cleanly, barring any knock-ons, as Trinity finds a long touch. So we have the first line out in the first beat of play.
Royal so far have not been doing too well with their lineouts, Changa. That's one thing the Royal has not done proper. But second half, they might get that right.
Yeah, because if you, as you said, mentioned in the first half, they come back quite strongly, or stronger than the first half. Because they got 13 points on the board, so we cannot say that they're not so strong in the first half. They come stronger. And let's see this line out. As you see, Royal, the first line out is a good one. Won it as number 2. It's a good thing to go at number 2 with the back condition with ball.
Royal now doing what they do best, getting that ball in place. Royal back now driving the distance from the centre itself, from the 50-meter line. Keep driving, and it collapses.
Ron Fernando has his hand out for advantage. As you see, Royal being driven back, no advantage.
Number 7, come inside.
And as you say, he's coming on the sides.
Number 7 called out for Trinity.
Coming from side.
Oh, he's coming from the side, says the referee. I think we can hear him finally. We've got sound coming in from the referee finally, and we can hear what he's saying. So number 7 coming from the side, says the referee. Royal go for touch. Again, decent distance. Yes, looks like it. Royal College now moving forward once again back into Trinity terrain, and also in possession of the ball.
And they will have the yards once again, and they will collectively get together,
You are marked, okay?
Possess there at the back, and they will walk it.
I give you a mark. I give you a mark. Okay. Mark here.
Royal with the throw in. Second line out of the second half.
Number 2 again, you know, that's pretty much what we want to do now. It's good script.
Setting up for that ball, but unfortunately collapsing.
Trinity College have a lot of pressure on themselves now. They really trying to get up to speed. Stall Royal College going to get up to momentum.
Really? Watch your back, watch your back.
For that part with this territorial game into the corners. Grind away and
Number 5.
Make some history. Hopefully hit the record books.
Royal driving hard and fast. This is what they do. This is what they did in the first half as well. As soon as you got possession, closer to the line, it's full on.
It's remarkable how Royal make it look so easy. Such discipline, such patience, such skill. Wonderful to see as well. Here we go. Space on the outside. Scramble, desperate defense of Trinity College. But still, Royal maintain possession.
Trinity coming forward up the tackle there. Pushing Royal back slightly.
It just is a matter of time, you know, before Royal score again. They look so strong when they got possession. Driving forward. Beautiful body position as well. Driving body position. Excellent stuff.
Royal putting the pressure on Trinity from the word go in the second half. This before Trinity was called in for coming from side. They need to be mindful of that. Referee is watching him very close. Royal edging ever so closer to that line to go through for the second half of the game.
If you look at that ruck ball from that point, there's no line of defense for Trinity College. There's no marker on the player with the ball. It really is little errors like that that are going to cost Trinity College even more.
Royal finally running it out a little bit, moving it out of the back. Once again, the pack is in. Close quarter play, that's what Royal does, close to the line, and they do it very well. They proved themselves in Colombo. They did it twice over in Kandy now. They're looking for a third.
Just grinding away. Absolutely.
Referee once again warning to move back to the Trinity line, the Trinity defense.
Well, there doesn't seem to be a Trinity defense, you know. You see Royal gain every time they get the ball, they gain forward. Good carry yards. There we go.
Royal almost over that. Almost over the line. Just a few inches away. And Royal College score once again in this game. Second half starts in the second leg of the Bradby. Over the line very, very, very fast within 5 minutes. Royal College extend the lead to 18-5. And Trinity in real trouble.
Here's the replay from the other angle. So simple. When the work is done, it's quite a pleasure to watch.
Number 15.
There needs to be somebody underneath there from Trinity College. Exactly, he's on top. And no strength from him at all. What you get doing backwards.
Take a look at the reverse angle. All right, we're back into play. The Royal convert 2 more points on the board. Will they take it to 20-5?
I can imagine the feeling in the Royal team, you know. It was the absolute pleasure watching it happen, waiting for their opportunity, waiting for their chance, but to stick to their discipline is so important. Stick to their game plan. Clinical efficiency from Royal College today, despite the conditions. Trinity, well, they've only let themselves down, really.
That's through and through, Shano. It's 2 more points. Royal College on the board. The lead goes out to 25. And my goodness, 20-5.
I've lost count of the big total.
So the total is now stacking up to 59-12 for Trinity College. So now would this be another record year? Would this be another record year? That's something that's probably playing on Royal College's mind. Changa, what do you think? Could they turn this out to become a record year?
Yeah, I'm sure the way it's going. We just started the game in the second half and they got 7 points on the board. And they are so little. Of course, we know that 11 of the players played last year of this team, and they know exactly what they are doing. You know, that's recycling, when to pick up, when to pass the ball, when to use the inside pass. As we see a huge pumping boot down the line. They're already, with that kick, with that boot, they are virtually into the Trinity half. And if Trinity makes a mistake in the line out, they go in once again. That's the Bradby.
Beautiful Bradby Shield. This is what they're playing for. This is what it's all about.
And of course, I think that's the Sumitra Trophy at the back of the Bradby. Royal have already won that, and I'm sure both trophies will be at Reed Avenue from today.
It looks like the story is going to be that it's going to go back to Reed Avenue, stay there for a whole year. Trinity really need to up their game. I hope the Trinity gives us a good game of rugby and all enjoy, because nothing to lose, Chano. Nothing to lose, Chango.
Yeah, as everyone said before the game, also nothing to lose, With 20 points to 5, I think there's absolutely nothing to lose.
Hard words coming in from Chang over there. Trinity now in possession of the ball on the Timmy line, moving back. Royal College trying to once again ensure turn over possession, put the pressure back on Trinity. That's what they've been doing throughout. Already scored 7 points in the second half. 20 points on the board so far. Very, very comfortable and confident position. Looks like that's a pushover. Almost there. Trinity really need to up the game now, because it's 20-5. The stakes are increasing by the second. The gap is just widening.
Almost brilliant counter-rucking from Royal College. Wonderful to see. These are the clinical departments that Royal excel in. Trinity College trying for possession, trying for territory, and not succeeding in the process.
No, nothing.
You can look at the body language between the Trinity and the Royal College team. That says a story in itself.
Royal's going to be looking for distance once again. Try and move play back into the 20-50. I think they've successfully done that once again. Move play right back to where it started. Trinity, yes, gets possession of the ball, but they're still having the distance on side of Royal. Like Changa just said before, one little mistake from Trinity at the line out, and the ball is to Royal.
That's what Royal will do. They'll just play territory, get as far down the park as possible, take their time.
Fire!
The Trinity really have an up the task now. See what they can come up with.
Trinity now in possession of the ball. Unfortunate. Roy playing the advantage along the line, along the side. Roy College in possession, playing advantage. Criminal error. Royal now working that line. Ball going right. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. That could have converted into 4 points to Royal. I believe referees bringing back play to the first error.
Mistakes in both corners, really. Unfortunate, because it was such a good try. Had it gone the passage. What's this?
Number 11.
Oh,
Number 11.
Not a bad pass. The one hand, they should have picked it up with both hands, really. You could have easily held on to this ball, I rather think. Yeah, could have caught it. No reason why he could have put both hands to that ball, and he would have had a try for himself. They win the penalty anyway.
While opting for touch once again, getting a little bit more distance, putting the pressure back on Trinity. Continuous pressure on the Trinity back.
Well, this whole game, this whole Bradby has been about pressure. It's been about how much pressure Royal have put on Trinity and how much pressure Trinity has absorbed badly. So one of those things that they have to sort out back at the blackboard and sort it out, really. It's a tough story.
Royal's going to try that once again. This is what they know. This is what they do best. This is Royal College playing their pack to optimum. Royal playing their pack to its optimum. This is what they really do. Close to the line. They're going to try to drive this past Trinity. Trinity really fumbling over there. Royal still pushing very strong. Trinity holding on quite decently there. The ball collapses. Will the ball come out fast enough? Where is the ball? The ball is out. It's passed out to the line. Royal trying to run it. support coming in. Referee calls back play. Penalty to Royal.
Trinity needs to change the game now. They need to change the game style. They need to get, every time they get possession. As you see, the referee having a chat with the Trinity skipper Sheikh.
What a general warning place
Alright, so the referee wants he wants the captain to talk to the team. Not very happy about how play is happening in the centre. It's a general warning for now, and he says he'll take it up step if things don't change.
Excellent refereeing from Ryan Fernando. He just said, here's a general warning. You're making constant mistakes. It needs to change. Talk to your team. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Get it right, because then I, as the referee, are going to take the next step. So we're going to see some yellow cards.
All right, Royal once again at the line out. So close, inches away from the Trinity line. There you go, Royal once again, the pack together. Trinity doing well there to hold them back, but not really. Royal pushing through on the side, and that looks like they're going over the try line once again. Very, very close, just inches away.
Referee Juan Fernando has spotted another infringement, and he's having his hand out, and he's called for a timeout. I'm sure he's going to have a chat with the player concerned. He was not happy with the number 8.
Yeah, the number 8 is being called up.
I told you.
Sir, and that's a yellow card to Trinity. Referee did warn him before. The warning was not heeded. Unfortunate, Trinity lose a player on the field. One man down, Changa. That's going to change things even further.
And the number 8, has been yellow carded. As I said, Inura, it's not Sheikh, but as I said before, that Trinity number 8, Kalia Ratna has been yellow carded for bringing the ball down. Trinity need to change the thing, maybe boring, maybe the wrong thing, but just to put the ball down the park every time they get it, and forget about running the ball. As you see, Royal in the pit, driving ball, as the referee Fernando has called once, and the next call will be use it, and I hope Trinity forward must be hoping for that.
Royal really forcing the error over there, I guess.
No.
Still in possession of the ball. Still very close to the line. Still the ball with the back. That looks like a quick breakthrough. Royal almost there. Trinity defense really crumbling right now. Like a knock forward. Knock forward the ball. Trinity now gain possession. They'd want to take this out fast and go in for distance.
Rare possession for Trinity.
Very, very rare possession, especially in the second half. Royal have really turned the tables.
Number 9.
A little bit of a warning on language there for Royal College. The scrum half being called up. Very interesting stuff happening in the centre. The excitement is clearly running high.
It's true, the scrum half was told not to use certain words. Maybe you need to go back to the dictionary.
Number 8.
Decide what 10 words you're going to use in the match. Stick to those 10 words.
Yep, he's as the number 8 to move back.
Coach!
Trinity's one player down.
Bind!
Back.
Set! Steady!
They make out of it.
There's a chance for Trinity to get out of their own half.
Hold.
They really need to get out of jail, really. They're trying to run it.
Step back, get up!
Time to gain some distance. Putting ball to root. Gaining a little bit of distance. Coming a little away from the line. But Royal now once again back into possession.
Yeah, a little bit of breather, a little bit of distance, reorganize, get their energy back. But still, I think it's a line out for the for Royal. As you can see, I think there's a substitution coming in from the Trinity camp. number 17.
No. Who's going now?
Peter Joshua is coming onto the field.
All right, Changa, give me a prediction. What will be the Royal final score today?
I actually don't want to predict anything short with this Royal side because every given opportunity just keep on they just hammer into the Trinity defense, and I don't know how many points it will be on. Maybe 30, maybe another 39.
Fair enough, we'll go with that one. To all of you watching, thank you for the company. And of course, wonderful to join us here on this Singer Bradby on Rupavani. As the Royal College now start to make huge gains in territory, running at will. Everybody's having a go and everybody's enjoying themselves. The stark difference between Trinity and Royal College today. No hesitancy on their part, driving at that line. Wonderful legs, strong hard running, excellent stuff.
That's a line out. Another substitution coming in. Number 1 is back on the field for Trinity. Number 1. Ravinder Vijay Tilaka, the try scorer.
Who's going out?
1 in 15 out.
Hold.
See a line out, Trinity line out there. Fernando has just line number 22 on the field for Trinity. According to the list that they have given up is
Akita Sakala Surya.
And I think that is
number 1
Trinity fullback. Dandu Herat, I think he's been substituted.
Well, I believe Dandu Herat was also changed in before. I think he came onto the field a little later. Not on the starting lineup, and now he's been taken out fast.
He was in the starting lineup. He was playing fullback.
All right.
He was in the starting. Trinity loses the line out. Royal have won that line out. Stolen away from Trinity. It's going to be real test of defense for Trinity now. Royal have stolen their line out.
Royal playing absolutely hard-hitting rugby right now. They're having a lot of fun on the park, that's for sure. Trinity with the penalty.
Number 5.
Scrum down.
That is perfect drive forward. Epitomizes Royal College rugby versus Trinity College today. And Bradby. Hard, head down, shoulders are in the right position. Drive, knock your man forward. Knock him out of the way because we can gain the yards. Get over that gain line. Beautiful stuff.
It's been some fantastic rugby from the centre. 55 minutes on the clock. We've got roughly about 15 more to go without stoppage time. And Trinity really under pressure now.
The only good point now is that Trinity is having possession in the line out right now. Hopefully they win the line out and keep possession or go deep into more deeper into the Royal territory. He loses the line out there again. Once again, the number 1 Royal line out jumper has destroyed the Trinity number 2 line out. As you see, Nickel putting that up and under, fielded by the Trinity winger, and he's trying to make a break of it. Takes the ball up in the Trinity recycling position. Number 9 for Trinity. That's another penalty for Trinity coming for holding on. Trinity has actually picked up the game for the last few seconds or last few minutes. Inura?
Well, it's Kia Motors versus Kandurara right now. But Kia Motors with a passion and power for sport and constant momentum, creating for people from all walks of life. Kia proudly is the main sponsor for Royal College on their jerseys, as you can see today. The sponsor also of the Australian Open, the FIFA World Cup, the UEFA European Football Championship and all that. And then we have them today with Royal College proudly on their jersey, running up and down the park. And this is exciting stuff, even for the sponsors who are on board. And we set out to see some fantastic rugby in the centre.
Squad pick up. And now ready for that. Please in red. Please in.
Also, I think we need to give a shout out to Kandy, the group of companies who come on board. Trinity Rugby as a sponsor, along with Singer, of course. He supports the game in all its forms. They're a national level sport of clothing sponsor and actually promotes youth football in the country. And the scrummage from Trinity would want to say a very big thank you, of course, out to Kandy for sponsoring the team. So those are our sponsors of the two sides. And Trinity once again with the throw in of the line out. Do you lose it once and once again?
One extra man.
All right, Trinity in possession this time. Working it down the back. Trinity putting the pressure back on Royal College. Will they go over the line? They need points on the board. 20-5. Will Trinity turn it around? Will they go across? Oh no! Unfortunate for Trinity. That was a slightly little teeny-weeny interception. Passed at the wrong time. He had just passed the player. The pass came through. It was a little too far gone. Unfortunate there for Trinity College. They almost had it. They almost went over that try line.
Certainly did. Certainly had got almost over the line. Unfortunately, have a look at this. Just need to be a little bit more protective of that ball. That tackle, unfortunately, dislodging the ball out of the Trinity player. Trinity's opportunity.
Did we see something that we should not have been seeing on screen? Unfortunately. All right, Trinity once again with the throw-in. Will Royal upset this line out as well? Trinity really under pressure. Now need the points. Royal once again. Yellow card for Royal College as well. Who's the player on the yellow card? Who's that walking out right now? Number 4 for Royal College. That is Badil Adnan for Royal College. Unfortunately been taken out. Second row out for the Royal pack as well. In the sin bin, Shano.
Well, opportunity now for Trinity College. Let's have a look what they do from here. They need to be a little bit more direct. Believe in themselves. Drive with this line like they did slightly before.
Two yellow cards to the game. One on each side.
Sab okay there. Line
Alright, so number 8 Trinity wants to move back as Royal is also one man short in the pack.
Coach!
San Trinity have the ball.
Set!
Down, locked in. Trinity put in. Through and through. Cleared out. Running the ball. Running it in. Almost breaking through. Trinity now playing running rugby. Quick passes and out.
Much better from Trinity College. This is exactly what they should be doing all the game.
There's about 10 minutes on the clock for this game to tick on. Trinity now putting the pressure back on Royal College. Royal is also down one player.
A little bit more fire from Trinity College. Excellent to see.
Trinity absolutely nothing to lose. Pushing through. And it's try time for Trinity College. Second try for the game. 10 points on the board. And this is the first one for the second half from Trinity. They've got about 9 minutes more on the clock. 20-10, the scores go up. Big man, very clear about what he wanted to do. Pushing through real hard. Slam down. Super hard on the ground. And there
Beautiful
you go.
try.
And injured, unfortunately. Hopefully it's nothing too major. Probably be back on his feet, hopefully.
Trinity gets 5 points on the board. So it's 20 points to 10. As you see the crowd cheering. And the try score is alright. The second try of the game. Was it converted?
Much better effort from Trinity College, Changa. Pleasing to see him. That's the second try he scored today.
So they got the big boys who they can use and effectively near the try in the red zone of the Royal red zone. They should move it around, get to that position, and use these boys to run through a ramp through the defense.
They've done that very effectively in the
It's an 8-point difference for this match, Shano, and I'm sure Sheik's boys will try and get that much closer and get some more points on the board and get it closer, get the second leg as a victory, and also end the unbeaten run of Royal College. That should be the idea of Trinity right now.
That's it, Changa. That's exactly what I would be thinking. Have a go, try and win the game.
Stay back, stay back.
Trinity for a long time. Kept it in the hands, but there's a ball coming through. And he's got it. He got the bounce. He got the legs. He's been chased. He's on the goal line and Trinity scores. A rare opportunity from the Trinity winger, number 11. Rana Raja. Vishwa Rana Raja. The bounce was right, the kick was right, and the scoreboard's kicking right. It's 20.17. Has Trinity got their hands together? Maybe a bit too late, but nevertheless, they have got another point, another score on the board. Look at that run. He's looking at the defenders. Oh, that boy is past. That's, as you say, Shan.
Very good news. Just as we were talking, a chance for Trinity College to be a little bit more aggressive and show what they're made of. And there you go. Perfect timing, perfect bounce. Good catch by the winger. Absolutely wonderful. Look at that. That's what you want. That's what they could have been doing all game.
Conversions is good. So they got, it's 20.19. Are they slipping a victory? They got to be on their guard because Royal are going to come back strongly because they have been hurt. They have been dented.
As we said before, Changa, doesn't matter about the Bradby right now for Trinity College. It's about winning this game. If they can do that, it'll be a lot of hard back for them, a lot of pride, a little bit more respect as well. And a wonderful story and a wonderful script for this amazing Bradby Shield.
Time on.
Now you need to be guided by the clock. The clock is just a guide, really. The referee's clock is the definitive story, so don't be guided by the clock on screen. That's just there for what we call purposes. But Trinity College, what a wonderful story so far. Coming back strong in the second half. Whatever they said in the second half has worked. Now they need to carry on from here. Really assert themselves. Control ball, keep possession.
There you go. Trinity putting the pressure on Royal now. They really have turned things around in the second half of the game. I'm pretty sure Royal confidence is slightly shaken now, thinking it's 20-19 after all, and they wanted to end this game on their terms. And they don't just want the shield, they probably want to win the second leg as well.
I rather think for Royal College it's about having a good clean sheet, making sure they have 2 W's from Colombo and Kandy. Over Trinity College
6
now.
minutes.
Opportunity, 6 minutes to go on the clock. 6 minutes to the end of this wonderful Bradby Shield. It has been a spectacular Bradby Shield so far.
And Royal have possession of this ball. The scrum down, it's in Trinity terrain. They want to try to make the pack work the way they do.
What a perfect position for Trinity to strike one against the head, steal one back.
Trinity number 21 is just walking into the park, and that is Tehan Karnanaika, and out goes a scrum out for Trinity, isn't it? Is it not? It's Avishka Sheikh, the number 10.
He can come over.
A
Coach!
little bit of confusion as we walked off the park, but Royal now have to go in. Royal put in now and try and drive this back. Ball's out. Royal pushing through, putting the pressure back on Trinity. They want to end this game on their grounds. They absolutely want to have the second half. I'm sure they want the second leg as well in the bag. Unbeaten record is so far this season, which I'm sure they don't want to bring down. So no compromises with Royal College now. But Trinity, excellent stuff in the second half of this game. They really put the pressure back on Royal. Pushing through, Royal doing what they do with that pack, doing exactly what they know and the rugby that they play. There you go, referee almost in the way. Royal pushing through very hard, almost through, inches away from their try line. The last push, the final push is now coming through for Royal College. Will they go across the try line once again and widen the gap in terms of points?
Good defense from Trinity College. Royal College, just the clinical efficiency is so good to see. We've got time on the clock now, just ticking away. Precious minutes. Trinity would ideally like to be up the field, but they have to put their bodies on the line and defend this scrum. They can somehow manage to steal possession back.
Come, cool.
Win against the head, it would be a fabulous story.
Ball once again. A very strong position with the pack. They got the pack on the line. Very close to the try line. The pack. I believe Royal have the number 4 back. There we go. They go into the bind.
Come this side.
Royal back to 50 players on the field. Last couple of minutes on the clock. Close to the Trinity try line. So Royal go through once again. Ball's been kept inside. A break from the back. Royal now driving hard. They want to put the points on the board. Trinity defense still holding. Royal edging so close. Edging inches in at a time.
Royal College driving at the line now. It's everything. They don't want to give anything away.
On the line.
There it is, almost.
Roll away.
Really taking for all they're worth. My goodness.
Step back. No.
Try time. Royal College put 5 more on the board. Widen the gap, 25-19. 66 points in the lead now for Royal. 70 minutes just up on our clock. The referee's clock will tell us the story when it ends. But 25-19, Royal widen the gap once more. Trinity being very, very strong in the second half. But this might be an easy conversion for Royal. Might be another 2 points coming on their way. It's exciting rugby from the second leg of the Bradby Shield here in Ballikale.
It really was just a matter of time before Royal scored. We knew exactly what they were going to do. Trinity College tried, desperate defense.
Easy conversion, as promised. 2 more points on the board for Royal. 27-19. The gap has just widened to 8 points. Royal in a very challenged position once again. Very close to full time.
Very much so. It's all done and delivered now. Done and dusted, Chango.
Shano, very interesting to see that try. It showed in slow motion. Royal exactly knew where to score the try. He scored
Behind the play. Keep it behind the play.
Where it meets the ground, where you can ground it there. It's not over the goal line. That is a part of it. I think the Royal player, he went and just grounded there. And my hats off to him because he knew exactly what he was doing.
Royal on the attack. Royal want more points. Royal wants more. They are hungry. Trinity wanting to open it out. They want some balls on the board, but Royal are having the most important thing in the ball, the position. 27-19. The clock is running down. The pass has gone back. Has Trinity one position? Yes. No. Royal have got it back again. A loose ball. Back to the forward. Once again, it's another loose ball. And the referee says play on. It came off the shoulder or the lower part of it. As Royal still on another move. Many attacks, many a move. Taking up to Trinity. They lose position this time, so Trinity will have the option of a scrum or a line out. And referee, I think assistant referee Beranga has spotted something. His flag is out.
Number 13. Oh. Huh? Hayyan gawa. Red number 13. Captain. Please get Captain. I apologize, sorry sir. Number 10. Sorry sir. Your number is what? Over there. 30. Yeah.
Reading with the referee. And I think he was naughty because you could see the guilty mark or look of him. But we would like to see a replay what happened. But obviously he's taken it up. It's a yellow card. Doesn't matter. He can have an early shower. The game is almost over.
All done, David. All done. That's as they say. Royal College on the attack. Just unfortunate. Couldn't go get the offload sorted out. He did go forward as the player hit the deck.
Take him out, please.
Trinity now one man down, one man short in the field with the last couple of minutes, probably the last couple of minutes or the last 1 minute of the game right now.
It might just well be the last scrum. And a script well written by Royal College. Quite spectacular, the last line-out rather.
Been more or less a well scripted story.
We're on a big roller.
There you go, Royal doing what they do. The roller's on. Royal mauling hard. Pushing hard, very, very hard. Now breaking out. Two handoffs, still going. There you go. Royal keeping the ball in close quarters. Going to push inch by inch. They're going to edge closer. Inch by inch, that's what they're going to do. Once again, the referee asking the Trinity players to move back, not to come on the side. Trinity's one-man shot at the moment. Royal might want to use that advantage. Running the ball out. Through the center almost. Being held back. Support is there. The ball is loose. Trinity kick it out. Little punt. Royal once again in possession. Running it back. He's just realized that it is full time. Ball's kicked out, I assume. And that's full time. That's a wrap from the Bradby Shield, the second leg. Here in Kandy, 27-19 are the scores. Royal College coming in with 39 from Colombo, adding another 27. Trinity coming very strongly in the second half, but not really being able to contain the Royal onslaught.
Yeah, absolutely, Inura. They should have put the ball deep into it after it was 2019, rather than trying to run from their own goal line and making the mistake of a knock-on. As we see a sea of gold and blue, celebrating their victory, and the firecrackers, and not to be outdone, Trinity had the opportunity of getting it through this match when it was 20 points to 19. They had position, Sean. They should have put the ball down the park and then moved from there. And of course, they tried to move from their own goal line. There was a forward pass came in, and of course they paid the price for that. The Royal came back strongly, and the set of forwards, Royal set of forwards, you give them any inch, it'll be disaster. And having said that, they remain unbeaten and hopeful, and they will go into the next, and they will face in a couple of weeks' time the next unbeaten team, St. Peter's. It'll be very interesting to see that game we're going to take. Trinity will face St. Peter's in the coming week.
It's everything to look forward to. Royal College have taken the Bradby very comfortably indeed. Any pressure at all in the second half. It did come down to an opportunity for Trinity College when they had good possession, but they just could not make it count. As Changa was saying, it really did come down to thinking rugby for Trinity College, throwing caution to the wind, yes, but also trying to play a territorial game, get up the park, play the game in the Royal half. They did that once or twice and it looked very successful. But unfortunately, could not make it stick. Royal for that part, far too clinical, far too efficient, far too disciplined, and far too patient. Put all the pressure, did all the work, and deservedly with the Bradby with a huge margin, a record score probably for us. Yeah, it's been a phenomenal story to sit down and talk the game. We're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, presentation ceremony and the highlights as well. Welcome back to the Palaka. Let's have a look at the highlights of this wonderful second leg. Here's the stats on screen. Very straightforward, really. But a good story from Royal College, as always. Just carried on with the good work from Colombo and Trinity College. Well, came so close, but yet so far. Let's have a look at the highlights.
You can see the pictures there. As the highlights, kickoff by Trinity. Deep into the Royal half. Go fine touch there. There's the Trinity attack in the first few minutes. As full-time highlights, we'll see the penalty taken by just like a butt knife going through the butt of the conversions. Good. And Royal take an early lead. As we see the second, that's a Trinity try. Number one prop forward has a field day, scoring 2 tries. And that's Trinity's reply through Vijay Tilaka. And that's the forward rush as usual. The Royal mean machine together. They're so mean to go over the line. That's the next try that goes over the line. Just punch over the line. 2 take it. The conversion is good. That's Trinity's second and only try by Vijay Tilaka once again. The second try. And the third try which came in from the bounce, beautifully collected, sprinting to the right out by the side of the post by Rana Raja. Made it 19 points to 20 with the conversion, but Royal finished it off with another forward brush try to the jubilant of the supporters. As you see the entire Trinity supporters, Royal team surrounded by the supporters. And celebrating the victory. Absolutely lovely pictures. Everywhere you see, every corner you see, it's blue and gold. They have a reason to celebrate. They have been devastating play, and they have been fantastic this season. There is no doubt about that. And it's a season. From the next weekend, it'll be round 2 of the Singer league tournament that starts. Trinity will be facing St. Peter's at Pallekele, and it'll be another test of strength for Trinity, how they go about. As you see that huddle, as you see the hands coming through, and Royal, worthy winners, absolutely. And with the whole team together, both teams together, that's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I just saw the Royal, I thought it's a Royal College team. No, it's a Royal Trinity. It's a Bradby teams. It's a Bradby teams that in the center with the victory huddle. Oh, these pictures, Shano, sure, fantastic, aren't they?
Beautiful pictures. There's a lot about the game, all about the respect the players have for each other, about the spirit of the game as well. It's the spirit of rugby that prevails. And all said and done, it comes down to what we do in the middle and how much we play against each other. to still respect each other. That's the discipline. That's what we've been brought up, and that's what the code is all about.
Yeah, I know, that's fantastic, because I would say there is no Royal team, there is no Trinity team, it's just the Bradby team. Fantastic.
Well said, Chango. Wonderful stories, wonderful pictures, wonderful sight at the end of this very, very hard series. Having said that, Royal College have done everything the right time in the right place. And we wish them well, because the Bradby is done and delivered now. The business of the Bradby is done. Royal have taken it quite comprehensively. Now the business of the single league comes to hand. The Royal are unbeaten. As I said, St. Peter's are also unbeaten on the other side. And when they meet, it will be the clash of the Titans to decide who will be the single league champions 2018.
So I think it boils down to two teams, St. Peter's and Royal. They are the two unbeaten sides so far. And it'll be interesting round 2. And I think Wesley beat Dhanbaraja 2 days ago. And so Royal on top, I think they're on top. And Trinity somewhere around down, just one before the last. And they've all to play for. They got to play Isipatana, they got to play St. Peter's, Wesley, and Royal, of course, virtually they have only one more hurdle. That's St. Peter's. It'll be a good match, definitely.
Classic competition coming up for all of you, rugby fans, rugby hearts, around this country and around the world. There has been a wonderful company for this Singer series. Singer, of course, have been instrumental in bringing the Bradby to us over the last 31 years. The 74th edition, Royal College, every reason to celebrate in the middle, their management, their staff, and Trinity College also there for the spirit of the thing. Quite an outstanding picture, really. It's a picture that I think should be sent around the world after a big final, to be able to sit down, kneel down in prayer all together. Fabulous indeed, and makes us all feel very proud.
Absolutely, yes, definitely. Well done, Trinity, well done, Royal. That's fantastic. Handshakes all around. So on Radmacher, the old boy Lion, 87, invisible side. As we prepare for the presentation right now, and we can see all the old boys very keen, all on the field, trying to boost their morale up, keep them up, and of course Royal celebrating with the showers of blessings, showers of victory, and hugging each other, and they fully deserve it, Shano. There's no doubt about that. This side has played some absolutely fantastic Super Rugby right through the season so far.
As a team, as a unit, they have been quite outstanding. That's really the big secret. They've really stepped up the mark, and when required, have not been under pressure. For myself, they haven't been tested as yet. I thought Trinity might test them, so they didn't. It looks like St. Peter's might be the ones to test them and see what happens then. Right now, that's in the future. Right now, it's all about the presentation ceremony. Inura is down there, and these pictures on Rupawaini, absolutely live. The rain's starting to come down again, but that doesn't matter. It's certainly not going to dampen any spirits. There's a Bradby Shield and the Cindy Archie Trophy. And everybody's braved the weather. We're sat here in a comfortable but warm place and dry, hopefully.
For a short period, Shano, we're going to go from here and have a long walk to the car park.
Yes.
You and I are going to have a shower.
That's a challenge in itself.
Yeah. And is that Mr. Mohan Panditage? Mohan Panditage, is it? Yeah, that's right. I think Mohan Panditage, chairman of Hales, and all Anandian, played rugby for Ananda, and also I mean, chat with the chief guest, Ravi Bandaranaike, the 81 skipper. Shano, he was a brilliant player. I had the pleasure of playing with him, and it's just that we lost him because he took up a planting, and otherwise I think he's a cousin of Rajiv Bandaranaike. You would have heard about him. Mohan.
Trinity College under-18 team also on the park to begin the presentation ceremony.
It's good to see them enjoying themselves, the cooler climbs of Kandy. And
wonderful sight, Chango. Wonderful sight. The kids enjoying themselves. So the flares out, sparklers out. This is what it's all about. This is the spirit of Bradby. Wonderful pictures indeed.
Oh, dancing in the alley. Well, lovely. What do you call the fireworks or what do you call them, Shano?
Sparklers.
Sparklers. Okay, there you got the word. The Tuskers are using the sparklers to celebrate the Bradby victory. That's the Bradby Shield with the Sumitra Trophy, and it's getting wet. Everybody's waiting for the presentation. And as we saw the spectators and the old boys, the present boys, mothers, fathers, sisters, girlfriends, everybody dancing in the alley. And that should be the spirit of Bradby.
It certainly is, and it's a lot of respect for the game and for both schools, for the code of conduct, and what it really means to be a player and what this game means to all of us. These rugby hearts, of course, around the world, take this, absorb it, and get to see better people, better citizens, and that's what the game does for us.
The crowd patiently waiting for the presentation awards. I'm sure the players must be waiting to grab hold of that. This will stay another year at Reed Avenue, and Trinity, of course, will go back to the drawing board for the rest of the season and see if they could make a mark of it and come back strongly next year. And Royal, meanwhile, I'm sure will go for strength to strength.
Yes, I rather think it's going to be a matter of academics now for Trinity College to try and work out what they could have done better and what their skills level should be. And it's all gone a little bit away from them in the first leg. They certainly brought it back in the second leg, and I thought they were going to win that second leg today. But it's just a little bit of unfortunate handling errors, which cost them, and perhaps a bit of thinking too, because they should have really played the territorial game, as Changan said. Go into the corners and then try and do risk the line out a lot better than the scrum. Because they knew he had, in the loose, Royal was just ferocious. Windor is down there with the presentation.
Check 1, 2, testing 1, 2, 3. They're coming to you live from the Bradby Stadium. As Trinity College and Royal College started out for the second leg of the Bradby Shield and down to the 74th of its kind. Time to view the results. A very good evening and a warm welcome, and we have just concluded the second leg of the Bradby Shield Encounter 2018, the 74th of its kind to happen here at the Palligali Stadium with Trinity College and Royal College. Welcome to the presentation ceremony. I have some very important people right behind me. I have our chief guest, Mr. Ravi Bandaranaike, a proud Lion and skipper for Trinity College from 1981. And also with him, we have representing Singer Sri Lanka, the chairman himself, Mr. Mohan Pandithage. A very warm welcome to the presentation party. And we also have principal of Royal College, Mr. B.A. Ratna, and the prefect of games, Mr. M.A.M. Riaz, joining us. And the principal, of course, of the hosting school for the second leg, Trinity College, Principal Andrew Fowler-Watt, and the prefect of games, Sean De Silva. Proud to have all of you here as you tune in on rupavahini.lk and everybody in the grounds over here. Time to present, first and foremost, as the rain is going to come down super hard on us, we start off with the under-18s for the Simitri Arachi Trophy. I'd like to call upon our chief guest to do the honors of presenting the Simitri Arachi Trophy 2018. Goes out to, ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the Simitri Arachi Trophy 2018 at the 74th Bradby Shield Encounter, Royal College. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time for the big one. The 74th Bradby Shield Encounter. I'd like to call upon the chief guest to do the honors once again of presenting it this evening with a hard-fought game in Colombo. and absolutely tough conditions here in Kandy. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the winners of the 74th Bradby Shield encounter, Royal College. Well, that's it from the center, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to throw you back to the comm box to wind things up on Rupavahini as we end the telecast of the 74th Bradby Shield encounter.
Thank you very much, Inu, for a wonderful presentation. Delightful for the chief guest and Chairman Mr. Mohan Pandit to be present when this little bit of history was made, a little bit of rugby history, world history. And of course, the Bradby Shield, in no uncertain terms, taken home down to Reed Avenue by Royal College. What a clinical display of rugby from this very, very strong Royal side. The ROYL, Royal College, adding a lot more meaning to everything in life. An elevated Royal team standing up, screaming and shouting, and rightfully so. Wonderful story, wonderful script, wonderful performance, and a level of efficiency that hasn't been seen before. Royal currently the number one team in the single league as well. That one game to come as we were talking about it. But today, and in Colombo as well, the Bradby Shield has been a comprehensive story for Royal College. Trinity for their part tried not very hard in the first leg, but in the second leg they were a lot better and played a lot better and showed a lot more heart. Unfortunately, weren't able to win that second leg. Had they won that, it would have been a brilliant story. But having said all of these things, it is the Bradby Shield. The 74th edition has just concluded, and Royal College have been far too strong in every department. They've completely outplayed Trinity, and as Changa and Indra, my commentator said, it's a wonderful story to be able to just try to absorb the pressure, absorb the atmosphere as the players are greeted, hugged by their parents, their fans, the colleagues, the schoolmates. What a beautiful story. What a beautiful sight. What a grand Bradby it has been, Changa. What a wonderful story for rugby in this country.
Yeah, absolutely. We not to be outdone. Trinity fought well. They fought with the limited resources I thought they had. They had plenty of position in the first few minutes, but couldn't convert into points. But they came back strongly. Chano, there was a glimpse of hope, a light at the end of the tunnel, 20 points to 19. They thought they could go with a win, but Royal definitely spoiled the party. They had other ideas. That speaks of a champion team. That they were very strong, came in strongly. Trinity may have taken the wrong option by trying to run the ball. As you see, Royal College team celebrating the Bradby with their hands, with their coach, Dushan Liuke, former Sri Lanka skipper, an absolutely fantastic coach. And he's been with Royal for a long, long time. And now, this year, he's taken over the reins as a coach, and an old boy at that.
Well, exactly. I mean, it's a wonderful script for Luque, former player, captain, Sri Lanka captain, and now in charge of Royal College, his destiny, and has done so well. His clinical efficiency is spread amongst the side. He's a great coach, a good player, and more importantly, a good man. And when you have that combination, it's very difficult to go wrong. And we wish him well for the rest of the league. But more importantly now for Royal College, the celebrations will carry on today. I rather think the celebrations for about 2 more days. And they go back to Reed Avenue, sit down again, have a look at what they have to do with the league, and how they have to absorb that as a story. So all good things, as they say, for Royal College. Wonderful indeed. And Trinity College, as Changa said, it looked strong in the second half. And it showed glimpses of what Trinity are actually capable of. And we wish them well with the rest of the league as well. Celebrations all round. For all of us on Rupavahini watching around the world on the live stream. Thank you very much for the company. Absorb these pictures and see what celebrations really mean. Hard work coming to good work. Hard work translating into tries and hard work translating into Bradby and victory to take home. These boys will have a really good time, I rather think. Thank you very much for the company, from myself, from S.W. Chang and from Inura. Thank you indeed. We'll see you on the other side really soon. Cheers. Goodbye.
Team Royal of
The 74th Bradby Shield Encounter, second leg.
Brought to you by Singer, Trusted Excellence.
Please eat it.